Just bloody fast fingers, man.
I am sorry, just setting things up. Pumpkins. I am
Let me get set
sorry,
up with
just setting things
the
up.
video.
Yep. All right, so we're on air right now. Okay, cool. So hello, ladies and gents. It's gonna be episode 4. We don't have Panda today, so we don't have Fidget Spinner today. So we do have Snatch filling in though.
Hey guys, what's
Yeah.
up?
So anyway,
Give
my
yourself a little intro, Snatch.
sorry.
Hey, intro. Well, I'm Snatch. Snatch OH. I'm Sork in the guild endgame. I've been PvPing and node warring with these guys for a little while, so they offered me to join you guys on this podcast. So here I am, and I'm gonna help break down some stuff.
Oh yeah.
And let's see. So I'm Bloody Karma from Endgame Wizards. And then Benjamin.
Oh, sorry, I'm Benjamin, GM of Endgame. Been doing this
Anyway,
podcast for a little bit now.
yeah. So just a little bit intro to this current video. That this video that you see is actually from the perspective of one of our founding member of Endgame. We call him Taco. Well, his family name's Taco. So just come, let me do some dick sucking here. No, uh, Taco actually taught me everything that personally that I know about No War. To be honest, a lot of No War tactics originate from Taco. PvP related stuff. Like the dude is very knowledgeable. He's currently on the motherfucking boat, so or else he would be in here, and I'm gonna make him talk a lot. But anyway, he's on the boat until what, September? But yeah, anyway, so this is one of his video when he was before his boat trip, and I'm pretty sure I was in Gel at the time already. I just don't have recording of it. Anyway, go ahead, Ben. You good?
You want me to start?
Yeah, you ready?
Okay. You
Yeah,
want me to countdown?
yeah. Snatch, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. You go ahead and do countdown, Ben.
Okay, let's start from 0-0 then.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here, after horses.
All right, so we start a little bit early.
Holy shit, they're so fucking.
So this is
Let's just try to freeze this shit right now.
1v1v1
Oh, there's Panda.
On my
technically.
ping,
Well,
on my ping.
Pause.
there's three
Panda's
people.
here. Sorry about that. Panda's late, but he's here.
I'm sorry.
Did you fall asleep?
Was taking a nap.
I knew it, you fucking dick.
And then Ben's
Nap
messages
queen.
just kept on going.
I mean,
Alright.
I'm gonna fucking
Is
spam the shit out of you, little piece of shit.
is the podcast starting?
It's
Yeah.
already
We're
started.
on air
We're
right now,
live.
sir.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, what is up, guys? It's your
Uh,
boy Illis Panda, waking it up, crawling,
Oh my
slowly living, chilling
what
like a
true
villain.
gamer, dude.
Well, get the. You got the video link, sir?
I do,
All right.
yes.
We're at 14 seconds.
14 seconds. Okay.
I just realized Taco in area chest. Please no.
What's up, Taco? It's my good luck. How you doing, boo?
Yeah.
All right, I'm at 14 seconds.
All right. Go for it, Ben.
Let me finish this megaphone. Give me 2 seconds.
Uh,
SRS Karma?
What? Yeah. No. It's Karma, Bloody Karma 35, sir. All right. So
Shouts
we,
out.
we're gonna do a countdown here. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, I'm ready.
5, 4,
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
All right. So we were
Pop everything
built
you got, just fast forward
in
8 weeks,
the
bro.
cancer location on this node. We were inside.
It's pretty cancer.
Yeah. At the time we're still pretty small. I think we're barely clearing 30 people at the time.
Yeah, around
So we at this node basically we found Rice's node first, and we're actually inside Summer Outpost. Anyway,
So if you guys don't know, you can build inside of Summer Outpost because it's not a safe zone. Um, the way that you make that work is you put your ass against the wall. There's repairs in there. There's a pot vendor, and it's pretty defensible. The way you crack that is, I think you can lob cannonballs. It's not easy, but you can do it because the top is open. And second of all, you can stream over like climbing the wall. You know, you can climb the wall and jump over the back of Sarma. That's pretty much the only way. Otherwise, you just have to break down the front while we
so
Hodor.
who was calling for this no war? Like, whose
Me.
macro is micro? Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a
Yeah. Macro was Taco, and then
okay.
I was on Micro, solo Micro, because Brian wasn't in here yet.
No.
Yeah,
Brian
well,
is
this is
in here.
actually the first no war that Brian did with us.
Yep, the very first. So I was slowly introducing him to being our second caller.
Fucking, are you guys looking at this? He's
What
just standing
second
here. The Sork just say hi. But yeah, Taco is my playstyle is a lot of inspired by Taco as well. How I flank people or buildings and shit like that. It's very much like his style. Anyways, so I believe we are having trouble getting to their base because we were severely outnumbered at the time. Our guild was still pretty small back then.
If you're by the gate, try and get in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good spot, man. Like, there's a lot of barricades, first of all, so you get funneled pretty hard. But we make it work. Basically, Rage had a lot more people.
Okay,
So-
okay. Sorry, we had to interrupt you here. But where you guys are watching right now is Taco trying to assault their cannon. This cannon spawn is actually right outside of Tariff, and you will see here that there's a safe zone, like split this
It's already
hill in
dead.
half. It was really cannon spot, and we had to go over there and take it out with like literally we had to kamikaze it, and it was bad. Like they would shoot and then move back into the safe zone, and then shoot and move back into the safe zone. It was not cool. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, they had a good cannon spot. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how you cannon us. You either get as high as you can, or you arc it, and arcing it's just not easy.
It's a lot of road fights.
Yeah, yeah. They kept. See, anytime we fought the 30 or 40 at their base,
Oh my god.
they had like 5 or 6 guys just in the road,
There's
just trying to
literally
cut
20
us
people
off.
sitting on their
We'd
cannon.
mow them down, but it's not a bad idea. Like if you're a Musa, you can get in, get out. If you cut up a whole what do you call it? If you cut up a whole regroup before it happens, it's not bad. You kind of disorientate people, force skills out. Like you can cause people to panic.
Yeah. So where Taco's standing is a safe zone. You see the corpsman.
We can't stop it yet. We're
Where
waiting for Bloody. Okay.
yeah, they're apparently waiting for me according to the comms.
I'm gonna wait for
But yeah,
Bloody.
like
The
they
play
have a
that we're gonna
cannon
go
like
for is,
right behind the
Corpsman,
tree at the
when
moment.
Bloody gets here, you're gonna go in. You're gonna get grabbed. I'm gonna.
Sorry,
ult
not
him,
Rage, I
and
meant
then
Rise.
knock
Look
him
at all
off
those
the cannons,
people.
and hopefully Bloody will be able
Like,
to
were they full defense? Oh wow, I just
cannons off.
buffed for
Bloody,
a
you're
second.
gonna
But
PA
yeah.
after my ult.
Yeah.
So how many guilds were in this node war?
Top 'em out, yeah.
3 total including us.
So Rise and No Mercy and us.
Okay. Can
Gotcha.
I? Okay, they're pulling off.
So
the
by
gate.
now,
Go in.
so the 4 placements where were they? It was
We're in Sarma, and
Okay.
Rise is in the Sauson Garrison inside, near main rotation,
I have the
and
cannons low. One-
and let's see,
full
No
health.
Mercy's all the way at the west. Do we take out
When
the
I'm full health,
cannon?
the
No,
cannons
we're
just
still
go down.
going.
Still shooting.
Hey,
Just
look!
don't bother.
you guys.
Oh, we're on safe zone. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, so the
Cannons,
cannon
you
is
can
still in
left.
the safe zone, and they're just staring at it because they can't really take it out.
Wait for it.
You guys couldn't pressure them
Do
enough
it
to
after
fall
I do
back,
it, 'cause they're
or
distracted. Ready?
Yeah, no,
Those are just,
we're waiting for Taco's
Press
waiting
it
for me. Like we need a few more. Holy shit, I have two. What the,
And then
is
nuke
that
the
two
fuck out of
cannons?
everything.
Ooh, Taco solo drops on the cannon. Does he take it out? Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
he took it. He took out both cannons. Is there Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 2 cannons. I could be high though. Oh, apparently our gate went down. Look at Gale chat.
Alright, new gates up.
Blood, if you can bail on
Eight
this,
coming
that'd
down
be
in
good.
20
If you don't
seconds.
mind.
Yeah, I mean there were a lot of. This is when No Mercy and Rise were 2v1ing us, I think.
That's fine, son.
So both of those guilds were taking turns hitting our
We took out
fort,
both cannons.
Oh, there was 2.
and we had a gate
I'm
covering
going
it off.
to. I'm
but
waiting.
it went down.
There's so many here.
Mhm.
I don't see
Rebuild that
where.
flame tower
So
too.
the Taco does a lot of like scouting or utility stuff, and he does like macro. Like basically, he keep an eye on bases, not just the base that we're attacking, as well as solo
putting down
taking
another
out.
cannon, I have
Well,
to
not
sit
solo.
here.
Or try to
I
take
need
out
bloody
cannon
up, dude.
team. A lot of utility stuff. Basically, keep as much info as possible, and he'll go out and gather them himself. Sorry.
It is there though. It is
Taco
there.
plays very atypical for a Valk. He's not a frontliner Valk. He's an information guy.
Mhm.
Rebuild that flame tower right now.
Yep, it's going down.
I think our how many times did the gate go down a day?
On my ping.
Twice.
Half of you take that.
No,
ridge,
just
some
once, I
people here
think.
too,
Oh my
frontliners, that
God.
means you, Zergs.
Okay, they bailed from the ridge. They're no longer here.
I want to play like Taco.
This is like, unfortunately, this is
You're right,
Taco's
we go to
point of view,
defense.
right? But Taco's POV is he's very, very out there. You know, he's always fighting.
Front,
He's
rise,
always
on my
like
ping, on my ping, on my ping.
one node
Big
where
ball.
Taco had like
Those of you in the
45
back,
horse
cast
kills or
PAs right now,
something.
get ready to crack.
He just
Coming in
goes
behind
off,
him.
he does his
Coming in
thing,
behind
gets
him, you have to go
information,
now.
calls out, puts big
Go,
picture.
go,
So
go,
it's
go.
like,
In right now. We can
here's
wipe
the
them.
thing about fighting on the front lines.
Good shit.
You don't really
Cast AoEs,
know what's
guys.
going
Good
on.
shit, good
Does
shit.
that make
Recast
sense?
lighthouse
Like,
if you're
To a
up.
degree, yeah.
Clean the
your
field.
magnifying glass starts to magnify a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and before you know it, you're just banging your head against a brick wall.
Mhm.
And it's nice because sometimes a person like Taco will be on the outside, and his magnifying glass isn't as zoomed, or his binoculars aren't as zoomed in as yours, so he can big picture it. And he can tell you, like, this is what's going on. You guys are trading this and this and this. You know, how to bring it back. But it's just that's just human nature, right? You keep doing one thing over and over and over, like shit'll happen.
Yeah.
You need to hold for 10 seconds, then I can engage on that rear group. I think we lost everyone though.
Fuck.
So we're skirmishing. I'm at what time are you at, buddy?
I'm sorry, A14.
If I didn't explicitly say
Yeah.
you're on defense, you need to be with us. Or you need to catch
Yeah,
up.
I mean, like we're fighting on our base, right? Like we got 2v1 by No Mercy and Rise,
Yeah.
and something funny happens here. No Mercy pulls
Guys,
off of us and then
I-
starts to
I
hit
need to
Rise
bring
with
this up
us.
as well.
Why? I don't know. But
This guild.
I think they
this
mentioned
enemy-
something about
enemy
how they
guilds
just
are
enjoy like
allied.
fighting. So
I feel like it's because like
So
One hitting a recovery center in the back of the base right now.
I don't understand that. Like that.
No Mercy
it's
has
ba-
just whispered me for an alliance.
Like
they're not.
No Mercy
They are
is
literally allied right now.
if No Mercy didn't turn, like this
Either
would
way-
probably go
either way, we
stalemate,
figure
or
it
we
out.
would
If
gotten
just
taken
tell
out.
them,
need
Either
to
tell them
or.
if they
right
want to
now.
help us, go for
yeah,
go for the other guild.
Like,
Easy.
we can hold. We can hold. We could hold the hell out of that
Listen to me,
choke.
guys.
We could hold the hell out of that
Trade on
fort.
us, but
We
need
had
to
no
get
siege
fucking
structures
base
down. You know what I mean?
okay?
Yeah.
So
Like
everybody out on
you
the
can
front of
see
the base,
Namuro's
across
the
road,
wall,
decline
the
one,
wall
one,
behind
one,
us. That's
one.
because you can
Get
get
out
over
of
the
base.
back, and some
Yeah,
people.
you can
were-
actually climb that wall at
Defense
the
squad
back.
Yeah.
So
sitting
there's
on
actually
passes,
two
yeah.
entry points, but the wall at the back is just it's even worse because like as they're climbing on top of the wall, I'm pretty sure you get
Posture up
down
on these hills
damage
and posture up on
or
the
like
right.
as they're climbing up. Like,
Yeah,
it
I mean
considered a
when they're
downstate.
using that animation.
Yeah.
So do you guys think building a Sarma outpost is kind of like being in the same situation with Kron Castle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think Sarma is a lot more A's than Kronk.
Yeah.
Although both
Like
of
thing
them are
about
pretty
Sarma is you're really in there, bro.
Get out of the fucking
Like when
base.
you're in Sarma, you're in there, dude, and it's really hard to
That
dig
group?
people out of there when
On
it,
that
when
ping,
when
wipe-
it starts
wipe
off
through,
like
wipe through,
that.
wipe through.
Because the Hwatch is just it's like a hot dog down a hallway, dude. That shit just fucking fires.
Assassin classes, get to the fucking back. Wipe everybody.
So
Nice,
we.
Good shit, dude.
What was the status on their base? Do you remember? At this point.
So No Mercy's untouched this entire node war. They're pretty far off. Us and Rise are really close. Unfortunately, Rise paints a head on target on their head by being in the middle of both of us and in the middle of the node war zone.
Yeah.
So
Get to the back if you're
putting No
assassin class.
Mercy's decision aside, the logical thing is hit the guy in the middle. Put yourself the most distance in between you and the last guild.
Up and at him, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
What happened to? Oh, that's alt F4. That's right.
No, this isn't all
Yeah.
Because he went inactive, right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm looking at him in Gel chat. I'm just like, huh.
Squad, you guys are
He's
really
actually
Yeah.
communicating pretty well. So.
Yeah, he was on defense. The Hwacha guy. The Hwacha, funny story. Like, you get to hear me yell. I think in one of these
You guys are going too far north.
points. The reason is because
Posture up. This is where
the
we're
Hwacha was
hitting him.
empty because
Fuck,
people
guys.
didn't know because somebody's wagon was covering it the entire node war.
If no
I
more
think
gets
Someone
away,
left
kill him.
their wagon in Sarma and they couldn't see the
One PA
Hwacha.
right now.
Flame tower's
Ben almost
down.
cried at
If
one
you could
point.
take
He's
that
like,
cannon
why is
off
there
down,
anyone
that'd
in
be
here? You can hear him pounding the desk.
Yeah. That's the number one thing I like to do. It's like this poor old wooden desk has lived a long life of abuse.
Oh my god.
You see me get triggered about Striker because their Striker Awakening wasn't out
Prioritize
yet.
supply
Somebody
depot
brought a
and
Striker
cannon
and he
obs.
melts like
Supply
paper.
depot cannon obs.
Oh, Striker was out at
Right
that
here
at
on
this
my
time?
ping. That's
Yeah,
what we
Striker
need.
was out,
Assassin's
but
Class,
not
look
Awakening.
around to the
Like it had
north.
just came out.
Okay.
Keep them off of us. Recast PA Sid if you got it.
Actually, when we find a good like visual of the base, can we
You guys might want to back off.
not
the
right now,
meeting.
but a visual base, can we pause a little?
You guys might want to back off.
1147 is where I'm at.
No, but like this visual is not good.
Yeah, I mean he goes in a little bit further. Give it a second.
Put him down. Put him down. Put him down.
Yeah, and like half of their
See,
base.
even Taco's position, you know, it's very atypical of Valk. He's in the back, clearing out the back, you know, preventing us from getting back cracked.
2% supply depot.
It's like a
Also-
very top-down view. What's up, Snatch?
I said also it's
Giga.
being in the
Keep going,
front
guys.
line.
Keep going, guys. You guys are totally
If you're
fine.
constantly in the
Keep spreading out
front,
on the north. Good job, boys. Good job,
Need
boys.
that
you'll
cannon
find
down.
yourself
We can't
taking
let
a
him
lot of
cannon
the
us again.
initial CCs or
wanna back down
cooldowns
now.
that they have, and you don't want to die immediately. So you might want to reposition, wait for a lot of shit to pop, then go back in when they don't have a lot
Can
of.
you drop all the way down the hill so they have to fall down the hill to attack
Pull
us?
back.
Yeah, especially when you're in a decision-making position. The
Okay,
longer
yeah.
you stay
You
alive
see-
is better.
You see this? What he just called? Sorry, Ben, we're at 13 by the way. 1303.
Okay.
So Taco's call is pull everyone down that ledge, and was like they have to drop down to attack us if they decide to push us.
We're all down right
Like
now.
this is something that's so small stuff like this that makes a huge difference. Because like yeah, there are people that be able to just walk down from that ledge, but there are people that's gonna try to fucking teleport or dash down, and then when that happens, they're gonna have a pause as they land like the ground, like small things like this that normally people don't notice. Like you, instead of holding at the top, you hold at the down. Like just literally 2 steps away will make a world of difference.
Listen, they're gonna push into us. We're gonna kill them as they
Yeah,
come
it's very
down here. They're
top-down,
gonna take
man.
the fall debuff. Get ready. They're gonna push into us. We're gonna kill them as they fall down this little hill.
You what?
Start poking, but we're not going up
Like,
the hill. We're not
he-
going
it's
up the hill.
top-down,
Face
right?
to
Like,
faces.
You can see
Yeah.
when I'm on the front lines and I'm calling, I'm looking forward at them.
Okay,
Like
here they come.
Taco sometimes goes top down, if that
Go,
makes
go, go,
sense.
go,
You know,
go.
like sky
Yes.
view,
Blow
aerial
everything
view.
up.
So
Easy.
this,
Easy,
see,
easy.
this is what I was talking about terrain
Wipe that
management.
ball.
Look at them have to jump off of that, and they just come into a meat grinder, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude.
Like there
Look
was at
watch
least
for the
like
Dark Knight.
3 or 4 of them
Red
on the
Fox is
right
elite.
side when they engaged that literally had a 4-second pause because they fucking
Yep.
jumped down.
Yep. If you're a moose or a male and you dash off that shit, that's suicide, dude.
Keep killing the ones that are
You
sucking
just
in.
plop.
Oh, this is the nowhere that I fucking res someone like hero res. me.
Yeah, while
Oh,
you're none, yeah.
while I'm
If you
getting
res
beat
right
up.
now, we can push them the fuck in.
And I can clearly like hear that like the voice on the other side of the computer, like the
We're getting
dude that's
people
hitting
up.
me. He's like, oh fuck, now there's a ninja. Now it's 2v1.
I'm in the south of you, right south of you.
Yeah,
We're
again,
gonna
make
go in-
it
we're
wins
gonna go in
game,
in 10
guys.
seconds, get
It
ready,
basically
ready.
bypass all the timers.
5 seconds. Posture uphill. Posture
You
uphill.
can
posture
you can
uphill.
just stay in
If-
if you
if they come in,
properly
we're gonna
cycle
back
med
off, okay?
kits.
Yeah.
So we're licking our
Um,
wounds, we're
I'm gonna
walking
ult that
up.
big-
You can see
Back
me.
off,
I
back
think
down
I
the
start
hill, down the hill,
posturing
down
up
the hill, down the
too.
hill. Everyone down the hill now. We're gonna wipe him again. But you have to get down the hill.
Look at them hesitate.
Get down the hill.
Look
get
at them
down the hill.
hesitate.
Get ready
Oh,
for this
Prime
little
got
choke
caught.
point. I'm gonna suck them all up and now.
And
my
Prime
God, so many.
disappeared.
Here
Oh,
we
yeah.
go.
There it
Wait.
is.
God damn it, Prime.
Wait. Start wiping, but don't push up.
Where's the Giga? There it is.
Farm them as they come. Heal if you can. Heal if you can.
That's the fucking meat grinder, dude. This is what I'm talking about, terrain, dude. It fucks us sometimes, yeah. Like, cause for example,
for
Wizard
Falco.
has a terrible time on Z-axis. How is it on Sork? I know if you violation, like you travel with it technically.
Yeah. So when you like violation up a slope or down a slope, it's still linear, right? So like you're still like spinning horizontal, but you're like going through your slashes are going through the ground. They're not like angled up the fucking or down the fucking hill. So you might end up missing entirely
That's fucked.
and not getting CCs at all. And yeah, it's a really bad
It's
day.
easy.
Like Moose's projection, for example, like it's based on the ground. Like it flies with the ground. So whether it's up axis or down axis, as long as it's not directly into a flat wall, it pretty much travels
You've got
with the
witches and
terrain.
wizards coming in
So
behind you.
you know I can vacuum up and I can vacuum down. So it's not bad.
Everything pretty much just stays on the same plane with Sork.
Yeah.
Except I think Sork Ball. That
Guys,
might be the
we're
one
gonna-
thing
we're gonna
that just,
trade-
you know,
we're
will
gonna
travel
trade
up a
our
fucking
push right here for
road.
Rico and their
But
cannon knobs.
other than
Take down
that,
those buildings.
everything's pretty fucking horizontal.
How's the what about
Cannon knobs
Zerker?
down. Recovery center down. You're good.
It messes us up
Just do as much as
really
you can
bad,
and
man.
die. We're
Like
gonna regroup the
terrain,
base.
lava piercer, you mess it
Oh,
up.
keep
You
pushing,
can't
keep
run
pushing.
backward?
Any tower
Oh,
damage
you can't
for,
run
Zerker.
down. Is that what it is?
Yeah, downward.
Okay.
It just ruins it.
Those of you on cannons, do what you can.
Look at me, just fucking being a retarded hero there.
People after us. Bloody,
We're
don't
gonna
get
hit
too
him hard on
aggressive.
this push. ASAP, I need a regroup, guys. Come on.
I want to be like Taco when I grow up.
At their base.
There's a chance that you're older than Taco. Because Taco is actually what, like? Oh,
There's Dark Knights flanking.
Early
I'm
20s?
21.
oh, never mind.
Taco's like in his mid 20s, for sure. Late, not late 20s, but early.
And I'm also single.
20s.
Listen,
He's like
this
around my
thing
age, man.
is still the same.
Yeah, he's
You
like
need to
24.
on the hill to fight them if they push into us. You need to be ready to.
He's
do
like
it.
my age.
Are your teeth falling out yet, bloody?
Oh shit, dude. All day. I need to wear
Oh,
adult diapers
man.
and stuff.
Looks like no mercy going in right now, I think.
Oh, look, Bloody has spotted the choke. Bloody has spotted the choke of death. I see you eyeing it, dude.
What? Wait.
Cast PA right now.
I
cast
did,
PA
I
right
did,
now.
I did. and
I'm at
hitting the
1808. Where you at?
Good job. Good
Yeah,
job.
18, 19.
So,
Yeah.
what I noticed, right,
Malif, he's
it's
still
even
up.
something
He's
that,
still
you
up, he's
know,
still up.
even we forget to do, right, after a little while because we're so complacent about it. But
Reds are dead. Reds are dead. Reds are
calling
dead.
out specific people,
I'm
it
sorry.
usually, it's really good
Gotcha.
because not only does it get rid of
Yeah. Fuck their tower.
certain, you know, problem for people, it also just rallies the entire group and it refocuses people because a lot of times people go off and try to 1v1 on the outside or they'll try to kill some person that's not important when all of our power should be focused on one point.
Once these recos down, we're gonna reposition back where we were.
Like-
This constant communication of the priority target is very key.
Get this
Yeah,
cannon
that's
up too.
something that we need
Take this
to.
cannon
I
up
think
too.
I.
Be ready to back off.
Yeah, we do forget sometimes.
No, no,
Priority
back off now.
targets.
Back off now. Back off now.
Do you guys install that under level
Yeah, back
50
off.
person?
Here's the spawn.
Spotter.
Yeah, back off all the way down.
Yeah,
all the way
probably
down,
some
all the way
spotter.
downhill.
Back down the hill.
That was
What if you're a
Everyone
spotter
down,
account and you
everyone
die
down. No
before
one's
you
up
hit the
there.
base?
right. Just died to random shit.
Somebody would sneeze and then you die and then you're like, I can't see shit. You gotta respawn and do it again.
Has our
If I was a spotter account, I don't care if I'm 60, dude. I just go in there, just fucking
okay.
do as much damage and then die at spot.
And you're gonna wanna
Anyways,
position
look at
the
how we're
cameras
abusing
so
this
that they're
choke.
ready to go
Like
at no mercy.
it's a
Don't
natural
be ready
choke.
for that, but don't
They
shoot.
have to funnel through because their gate is locking them in. Their gate is blocking a little bit of cannon fire, but our cannons are arcing right over it. Cannons are end-game cannons, dude. You know, props to you guys.
Oh,
But
look at the right side. Look at Boy Comrade just pick up the horse.
oh, you picked up Sid. Yeah, see, you and Sid.
We're
This
just
is,
there
this is
working
what
on
I'm
that fucking
saying, dude.
barricade.
Like, this is what I'm saying, man. That's the terrain management, dude. Like, it kind of, in Blaze placement, it's a lot easier to see. Oh, this terrain is good. This terrain is bad. But when you're fighting, terrain management is so important too.
No.
Back on the tower.
Recast lighthouse on there.
And figuring out your role in Node Wars. Look how me as an assassin is in the back. going for their wizards and witches, even though I'm calling at the same time too. Then the back line and the front line can catch up and full wipe them. Then we'll just start swinging at the tower. We full wipe them.
What Okay.
Watch behind us.
As a Zerker, Panda, what type of Zerker do you play? Do you play the charging one at the forward? Or like you kind of like lead by example type of guy, or you're the one that cover your backline type of deal.
I do a mix where I engage, like let's say Lava Piercer ult kind of thing, and then I start peeling back or I start moving back. But that's also because of my comp. It always depends on how the attendance is. If we're heavy on warriors like shield classes, then yeah, I'll play a little bit more supportive type. If we're not heavy on shield classes, then I'll put on like my DP set and go frontline. It always depends. But as to like just in general, I'm sorry. Just as in general, I play like supportive. I'm just comfortable in doing that.
Yeah, makes sense. What about you, Snatch? Like, where do you position in
We could
the
back hit
group
him right now.
usually?
Well, the meta has honestly changed the role of Sork. Personally, in my honest opinion, like initially, early on with Awakenings and all that shit, you'd be able to go in on Sork and kind of do it like you might see Suicide Wizards do, or fucking Mooses do, or fucking even really offensive Zerkers do. You just go in, you violation, you get Green Reaper Judgment, boom, 7 people dead, right? Now everybody has, Awakenings, so they have a lot more frontal, they have a lot more supers, and your kit is very dangerous to use. So as a Sork, uh, you're gonna want to wait for a lot of shit to blow up. You're gonna want to it makes me cringe sometimes because I don't want to sit in the back and watch people die, or watch things go happen, but I'm forced to, because if I engage too early, or if I even engage with the group sometimes, I blow, right? But if I engage when people die at the right time, right, I can pick up a couple of kills and I can get people knocked down, which will set up other kills, right? A lot of my kills sometimes they come from other people knocking people down, or me just committing to someone I knocked down.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not even really looking for kills. More so, I'm looking to use my abilities, such as Grim Reaper Judgment or Violation, to consistently knock people down, to consistently CC people and incapacitate and harass. Like that's what I think that a Sork is best at in a node war, especially if you don't have like the highest of the highest end gear and you can face tank everyone and blow up everyone at the same time. If you have like moderate gear in a node war and you're just noticing that your gear is kind of on par with your opponents, you really want to use your abilities to interrupt and just annoy the shit out of entire groups for that one specific class that's fucking your offensive line.
So it's more like that. Sound like more to a degree that like wouldn't say assassin, but it's more like you single out a priority target and then just put them out of fight type of deal.
Yeah. That's I typically end up doing that a lot, which is usually why like my kill score is like so tame. Like I don't really try to go for like a lot of people on the outside, because I'm just attracted, right? I just know like who on the battlefield is like giving my team the biggest issue, right? And then I just immediately go over there. Boom. All right, I need to keep this guy on the floor. I need to keep this guy running away. If I'm on someone's ass, they're usually trying to run away from the fight and trying to call reinforcements. That brings a bunch of their power that's trying to deal with the offensive line just to like one person trying to protect them. And then you just use your mobility, your iframes to just distract them as long as possible. If you can pick up some kills, you pick up some kills. If not, just hide and then come back and do it all over again. But you just try to interrupt people and get kills where you can. And when you get your Sork ball, you try to use it with the big engages, because that's where it's most effective.
Like so like another thing that I kind of want to stress to the viewers, I guess, will be something like when we say don't be power blob. Like when people say we don't like to be a power blob, but the thing is, it's not always gonna be damage on ping. When we're say pushing in, depends on how you play. It depends on your build, depends on your class. Everyone should be reacting accordingly. Yes, there are AP wizards that need to go push in with a Zerker. Oh, there are Zerkers that's gonna start initiate a fight or a Valk is initiating a fight, but then there are also Zerkers that that is covering your backline, peeling for your AP wizard witches and stuff like that, right? So when we say pushing, it doesn't mean just I'm gonna throw everything I have at this red ping or whatever. Like it's not necessarily the case. Try to figure out your role and what works the best for you in the group that you play with, because every group plays differently, and you fit differently in every group. So for example, in my previous gal, I'm the one leading the charge, which doesn't fucking make sense. But well, shouldn't say I'm one of the people that leading the charges, I guess. But then in this gal, like they don't need me doing that, if they see a Valk, they see a Zerker and the Wizard at front line and charging, of course they're gonna target me first. So like figure out your role in the pushes, and and don't just blindly following the ping. Yeah.
Collateral the tower, guys. Collateral the tower.
Yeah, because you just notice that if you do that, you blindly follow the ping and you die. Just imagine what had happened if you waited, right? If you didn't die, you'd use your cooldowns to turn the tide of a fight, or to keep the pressure on and do something more meaningful. Going in and blowing yourself up is it's not the best option. You gotta think about yourself first and foremost, as much as you want to help your team.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are classes that need to follow the ping, like the backline damage, or for example, like when you have Sork Ball as a Sork, like you need to follow the ping, like knowing when to use what, when to follow ping and when to flank or when to do whatever. It's a big thing, and it's something that I realize I'm getting kind of sloppy on lately. I've realized, and that's another thing. Like as you get gear, I notice this is a very common issue. As you get more geared, you play more sloppy because your gear can carry you through these small errors, and like don't let that happen. Like keep yourself in check. And be hard on yourself to a degree, and just make sure like yeah, I'm gear as fuck. I have 250 AP, but I can go in and blow up this whole gel, but yes, you can do that, but still play properly, and you're gonna be a lot more effective.
They're all ulted, guys. Just straight through, straight through, straight through. Assassin classes start peeling for the backline right now, right now, right now.
It's
in tower, in tower, in tower, in tower. Everybody in on the tower right
it's
now.
like it's pretty cool to watch it from this point of view, not from my point of view, from Bloody's point of view. You know what I mean?
Owners, dead.
Rise isn't technically a very strong guild to begin with. Like,
There's a couple in our lines.
unfortunately, they just got 2v1, dude. Like, even if, you know what I mean? Like, their gear score variance is wide, as you can see, right? This is not intended as shit talk. This is just a fact. You can see who dies faster, who are the priority targets. We start to slowly call it out. Snatch mentioned it earlier. Maloff is the one. Big geared wizard. You don't want to catch his meatballs. So we priority target, grab him out. We have Zerkers. And, just chain lock anybody. Special attack takes over. You can melt a lot of people. It doesn't matter what type of gear they have.
It doesn't matter if they see the G.
But also, like, we're getting good at, like, in this, like, we're getting good at, like, the in, out, in, out, in, out, And that's what you need to do when you have lower numbers. You have to in, out, in, out, in, out. Or you have to tank it with PAs. Oh, my God. Taco just got glitched in the foreplay.
Yup. Like, so, like, especially, like, when you're fighting a force that is larger than yours, like, I mean, terrain utilization is so important. Like, I mean, you saw, like, Rice does have more number than us in this particular fight. And, I mean, that's something that, we are actively trying to pursue as well currently. Like, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, because, there are times, like, you just can't handle, like, that many people, whatever, but then use terrain to your best advantage. Like, it will help towards your numbers issue and stuff like that. But anyway, So Rise's tower got finished
supply
up,
depot.
and now we're 1v1 no mercy.
Dude,
That-
Taco's
that was
just chest bursting
Back
out
off
of
and
it,
focus
dude.
on kills.
Like
Back
Alien,
off,
you know?
focus kills. Back off, focus kills.
The chest bursters.
Back off, back off.
Poke, poke,
You-
poke,
you-
poke, poke.
You ever watch
Back off and
Alien,
focus
Bloody?
kills, guys.
Yeah.
Back the fuck off.
You know what I
Get these
mean?
newts, get these
And then
newts.
just out of nowhere, peekaboo, right?
It just like blah, just like busted out of that, dude. That was hilarious. Right now we're at No Mercy's base.
And
Oh,
also,
they-
yeah,
Cannons.
keep in mind, just
Skirmish outside
really
base,
like,
focus on
just
kills.
keep in mind, pay
Don't-
attention
don't
to
throw.
how decisive Taco is, right? I've been, node warring with him for a while, like since the summer of
Focus kills,
2016,
GM,
and throughout the months, right? He has gotten a lot more anal with when he wants to do things, how he wants to do things, and who he expects to do what he's asking to do. He's very meticulous and very observant, and when he smells blood and when he sees an opportunity, pounces on it. And everybody has to be like that, right? Because at a certain point, if you're not ready to do what the shot caller says, the moment they see it happen, it could make or break the situation. So you have to have a decisive shot caller, but you also have to be prepared as the group to follow up and commit, and not to have second thoughts about it.
Watch out for Vex, watch out for Vex.
Like, if you don't listen to the shot caller, you better have a damn good reason. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm just saying this from a shot caller point of view. If you don't listen to the shot caller, you better have a damn good reason to thinking you have like a better idea than the shot caller. And here's the truth: shot callers aren't
We're
right
regrouping at our
100%
flag,
of
we're
the time.
regrouping at our
They're
flag.
right maybe
Everyone out, everyone out,
75
everyone out,
to 80%
everyone
of
out.
the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not a good idea to push in, but you don't have a choice. Sometimes it's a bad idea to go in there. You don't have a choice. Sometimes you'll call the wrong entry point and you'll just get wiped. Like I've called that one time.
Sometimes
Trying
the
to
C2G on
shove
top
our-
of a flame tower.
Yeah, don't CDG on a plate like
Yeah, sometimes you'll make a call that will completely
just
turn
get you
the
wiped.
it'll get you wiped and make you lose the game.
It's fine, it's fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Just make you lose entirely
We ultimately
off one
trade the
push.
flag
But
for the
yeah,
next
even if you
round.
do recognize a call like that, don't be negative about it,
We can start
and
moving.
just take it for what it is.
All staying on the
And
same side,
just
guys.
try to
Splits, you
improve
don't get
and
bombed at once.
call it
You
out
stay
later,
within range of DPS of these guys.
afterwards,
Start poking,
Yeah.
start
well
poking
afterwards,
these fucks.
just to be constructive about it.
For how many of you are on T1s or T2s
Yeah,
or
if you can
viewers
get
that are watching
assassins
this or
around the back,
whoever,
that'd be
like
really nice.
it's
Watch out,
it's
watch
the
out.
word that will, or it's
Behind us, behind
the
us,
phrase
they
that you'll
went behind.
never
Look behind you.
not
Look-
use. I don't care if it's Siege, I don't care if it's a T1, I don't care if it's a fucking GVG or a duel.
Good now.
Whenever you're in PvP, don't be negative. Whatever you do, like as soon as you put in the inklings of doubt in anybody, they're just gonna lose all morality. All the morale is just gonna sink to the floor. If somebody says, "Oh shit, we lost in the first like 13 minutes," that's just gonna
Still
stay
grabbing
in
our
everybody's
lines.
mind
Kill,
the
kill, kill.
entire node war. Until your fucking fort goes down, you fight like hell, and then you talk about it after. You know what I mean? Like,
We
You could be
fight
seething
this.
at the teeth, just
yeah.
hold that shit till
Until the
after.
until the fat lady sings, dude, you just don't fucking stop fighting. Otherwise, it's a waste of your fucking time, dude. Why show up to a 2-hour node war and then just give up 5-10 minutes in? That's what I don't understand. People who leave their fort when it's not dead yet. You wasted all of your magic,
Yeah,
all
so
of your
funny
prep
story,
time.
funny story. In Archetype, we used to have this guy called shit.
Make sure you don't
Fuck, I forget his name. Sorry, Seji. There we go. His name used to be Seji, right? He was a ranger, right? It's just like well before we, right? It's just like really early Archetype days. And he was the most Debbie Downer person. He loved man up, and whenever we had like a lost skirmish, or whenever we didn't do something he didn't like, he would shit talk the entire guild for like 10 minutes about one thing. And it came to a point where he would like, all right, if he didn't feel something was right, he would leave the fucking node war in the middle of it. Like even if it was 10 minutes, then he would leave, and then he would be gone for like maybe half an hour, maybe even the entire node war. Or he might come back like when there's like 20 minutes left, and then he'd be like, all right, I'm done tilting, done tilting. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that asshole that will literally shit talk your entire guild and come back just because like you don't feel or right or certain about a certain thing. You know what happened to that guy?
Why you got
Yeah,
kicked?
he actually did that. He got kicked, and then he tried to join back because no guild wanted him, and everybody remembered the shitty person he was, and they didn't want him back in the guild, and pretty much just excommunicated him, I guess. Like, no one talked to him ever again. You don't want that to happen to you guys. Like, never be negative. Like, even if you feel really upset about something, just take it in stride.
It's going out. It's going out. Going out.
I mean,
Use that as a backup PA.
dude, nobody hates losing as much as I do, bro. I'll tell you that right now. But
They're distracted
Dude,
on the other side
like-
of the base.
We're on the streak, though.
yeah, like
Yeah, it's
we're in the fucking on a T1, T2, T3 siege all the way up, dude.
I think we're getting it really bad. I remember when final. Fucking everybody knew who we were because we got some FML people in there, myself included,
Yeah.
and they fucking every guild that knew who we were pretty much
Dug you
zerged
guys.
us. We zerged us.
Yeah.
It was literally Mooncake Kyokai, 2v1 us. Boom. We had the entire Giga Zerg, like 4 fucking guilds, zerg us. And they would do this week after week after week, node after node after node. We lost like 10 fucking nodes straight. We had no fucking payouts. People are getting frustrated. It can get bad, you know? So, but it's not a reason to quit or give up, you know? Just keep your head held up high.
Nobody knows how to fight a Zerg better than all the people in this fucking
You may
guild.
wanna back up a little bit next
Like,
engage.
Yeah, like I mean, you know, and Brian said something like very good yesterday. Like, and to be honest, I still think about it. It's like, you know, we are purposely keeping our number small and condensed, and it's unavoidable that we're gonna lose. And you
Yeah.
know, you just gotta get past that, man. Like, you know, it's not saying that we are going to bust those zergs like, you know, every single time. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah.
Like, we just enjoy um
The
no,
good
Fight.
fights.
yeah,
Yeah.
good fights, and then the fact that if those times that does happen when we actually take down the Zerg, you know, that's a good feeling, and that's what
it's
everyone in this,
glorious, dude.
yeah, and that's what this go is after, I guess. Who opened the gate? I'm just reading Gel chat right now.
Who opened the gate?
It's all cap.
Open the gates.
Don't open the gate, boys. For those of you that have gates, don't open the fucking gate, dude. Whatever you do, man. Like if 45 of you are coming up, yeah, maybe consider opening the gate. But like, just don't open the gate on defense, please God. You never know, dude. They may just happen to be strolling by your base and see an open gate and just shit on your chest. Like, please don't open the gate. No Mercy's
for-
at about 50 for now. For me, for you,
Yeah.
for me. You guys, yeah, around the
Yeah.
same. Like, No Mercy, like, dude, they got a lot of gear
Mix is
people.
down.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the very same type of Gel too, like small
Yeah.
and condensed people.
That brings me to the next point, which is, you know, small and condensed guilds, but the teaming up of such guilds, right? Because we're seeing that a lot more often, especially after, you know, the server merge and whatnot. You know,
Oh, yeah.
people just, you know, they realize that there are not enough nodes for everyone, right? And to get the highest paying nodes, to get the best fights, right, for the most profit, you know, you're gonna have to have a friend in your back pocket sometimes. And even if you don't want to have a friend in your back pocket, you're gonna find or encounter people who always want to have a friend in their back pocket. Case in point, Legatum, right?
Yeah.
And ITC, and guilds like that. You know, even though they're strong enough, even to alone or together to take something like a T2, maybe a T3, you know, they prefer having the guaranteed strength in numbers.
And some people want to play like that, you know. Some people don't. Some people do. It's definitely how you want to play your game and how you want
And
to.
it's fine, to be honest. It's like, you know, to be honest, because like if they do ally and move up, they're gonna be dealing with what, like people that are in siege, like FML and shit, and which is, yeah, they can't. I don't think like they have even 2v1. I don't think they can take out FML or let's say Fractal. Wait, is Fractal still around? Is that still a thing?
Probably
No,
not right now.
because Mana doesn't have a territory anymore, so they have no reason to
Oh yeah,
drop
you're right.
it.
You're right.
Yeah, they
Sorry
gotta
about that.
focus on gearing up for the actual
Yeah.
fight.
Now's the time
But
where
then,
Like,
we're
here's
gonna
the thing about like
go ahead.
we're
two
gonna
v
trade the
two
flag for the tower.
ones,
Kill the
one v
flame tower
two,
first
stuff
though.
like that. Like,
There's no help.
at some point,
It's down. Go main tower.
especially on T3s, when a T3 has 67, 80 people, when they descend on a node, I don't care how tanky that fucking
I think
node
an
is. If you
imposter
get
on
full
the east
wipe,
side
they
is
descend on
the
your
flag
node. That
first
shit will
flag if we
melt
need to.
Yeah,
like butter.
yeah. I've
That
seen
shit
nodes
I've never seen.
melt in like 20
Stay in
seconds.
imposter east side,
Dude,
please.
like it doesn't matter what tier you're on, dude, because it scales, right? Like T1s has less amount of people, it melts pretty quick. T2, a little bit more people, melts pretty quick. But T3, dude, when a whole guild you get full wiped and they descend on that tower, that shit's gonna fucking.
Well, I'd argue it doesn't scale correctly at the moment, just because what we're seeing, the anomaly we face today, for example, right? We fought a siege-ish,
No,
right,
no. To
palatable
be fair,
guild.
they're X Siege.
Well,
Yeah, they
yes,
had low
ex
numbers
sieges,
too,
but
though.
just saying, like their strength, right, is comparable to that of a guild that's could be going for something like a T3. They're on a T1, and the game doesn't know that, right? The game doesn't account for our numbers or our gear. It just says,
Oh, I
hey,
see
a
what you're
T1,
saying.
a T1 is this much, and we're going to give your tower this much HP. We're going to give your node this much resources to work with.
I see what
Uh,
you're saying.
yeah, these are what you guys have to work with, and you'll have get fights where it's going to be mismatched, and the strength of the guilds are going to dictate how long you survive or last. So you have to be prepared for anything, even the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing about that, right? Like, it would be cool to see, like, you know how Sozins have AP cap?
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
forts have AP cap? Do barricades have AP cap? It's things like that.
yeah. That would be interesting. Yeah.
That would be something cool, you know? Let's say I have 4,000 AP and I hit this node 300 times. I'm going to melt faster than if I have 200 AP. Does the system account for that? I don't think it does. I think
No,
if you have 4,000 AP, you're going to hit the 4 harder.
Well,
Because
that's
of how
another.
fast I've melted Ricos before.
But then that would also screw with like the small condensed
running
scale
tower,
that
keep
we've
running
been
tower,
talking
keep running
about
tower.
because essentially we can't.
Everyone
It
on the
comes to
tower,
a number
suicidal,
game again.
suicidal, we got this.
Just more
Yeah.
hits in for more people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of the small guild with the stronger people taking down the node really quick, you'd have to have a bigger guild to
Rely
do
on
that.
berserkers to grab people into the
in terms
tower
of
for
full
you.
burning
Got
power,
this.
yeah. Yeah.
Just a
Well,
little
then,
bit.
but then again,
Little
that's
bit.
only
Got
to
it.
the structure, right? Even
Yeah.
if that were the case, if the smaller guild is still stronger significantly and they're better,
Doesn't matter. I'm just going to
but
wipe
yeah,
it.
they just PvP, yeah, and then
Yeah.
they just go back in, pull back out, go back in, pull back out, go back in,
Look
something
at
like
the, like, I mean, that's what's going on right now, what we're watching. Is like, look at that. Like, sometimes I call stay in, right? Sometimes I call stay in, but there's sometimes where when we pull, we pull. And then we crack back in twice as hard. Like when you're fighting with lower numbers, it's you have less forgivability and you have to expect more out of the people on the front lines.
Yeah, it's
Um,
very important. Like when you say pull out, and certain people, just they're not used to it, right? They're not prepared for it. And when you say pull out, they panic, right? They'll go every which way. They might be going the entire opposite way. All their help set, and then boom, they're dead. That fucks up the next engage, right? That fucks up everything that you try to set up to break into their base or finish them off. And it after a while, people they have to be very aware of their role and their impact. Like a dead body is a wasted body. If you can avoid a death, avoid a death, because you staying alive and throwing out abilities is the best thing you can do for your guild.
yeah, holy shit. On my screen, fucking Hova. Hova just came out and just nuked Taco in the back.
Noah's concluded, but like we can keep talking. Like I mean, so today, like two things. I guess yeah, I hope if you guys are watching, two major things. I hope you guys can, I guess, take away from it is a terrain management during no wars. Like and especially it's not just about oh this is holding choke, because to be honest,
Yeah.
choke is a double edged sword here. That
Yeah,
means
yeah.
if you have small number, they have more numbers. Means holding choke means you're still, it's just more condensed skills into one spot. And eventually, if you have a less number, you will lose the exchange. So it's not just as simple as holding choke. Like, yeah, in some cases it works, in some cases it doesn't. Terrain management, as I think last war we also spoke about it as like how to utilize what's around you. Like simple as like fighting just off like at bottom of the ledge rather than top of the ledge, or putting your back towards something. So your frontal is essentially be your frontal rather than having everyone like piling at you at different directions, etc. Footwork, footwork, footwork. Like it's super important. Number two is oh yeah, knowing your roles in the force. Like when a group get to a certain size, I guess like you can't really do that anymore. You know, you become one of the many that just the damage that you needed on the ping. But like figuring out like what your role is doing a push, is not saying that everyone push towards this ping, so we're just gonna throw spell at it. And then especially, it's knowing what to do when that command is called. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to add?
I definitely say, especially for the smaller guilds, because I know there are a lot of smaller guilds out there,
Mm-hmm.
just like us. Communication's key before node war, during node war, after node war.
Yeah.
During node war, you never want to bring up issues that will turn into big fights. So nothing long-winded, right? If you see something happening, say something, but don't make it into a bigger issue than it needs to be. Before a node war, ask all the questions you can, just so you have a clear understanding of what you need to be doing during the node war, right? How I operate as a Sork in my guild is not the same as how you might operate as a Sork in your guild, simply because our gear might differ, our roles might differ in the grander scheme of things. You might have more responsibilities than I might have more responsibilities than you. You have to know what you're effective at and try to be the most effective at it. And post-war, um, just try to be constructive with what you see.
Find
In
something to
terms
get better at.
yeah, and trying to get better. And again, roll is important, right? If you find yourself just dying, and you're not satisfied with what you're doing, or you don't feel comfortable with what you're doing, discuss it. It's a lot easier to do that in a smaller guild than it is in a bigger guild, and it's more important because you might be the one guy your team relies on to initiate all the time, or you might be the one really big damage dealer, and maybe you need more peels, but you don't get peels. Things like that should be discussed if you notice it, and to make your guild a better guild, it'll definitely help out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about this? Like, what do you guys? How many classes are there in the game? 7, 8 now?
A lot more than that. I think it was actually around like 12.
Jesus.
Musa doesn't count as a class. I mean, what?
Unlucky, dude. So let's think about it. Right? We'll put all the Zoops in the same category. Zoops, deny, 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 deny. You don't have enough tankiness, self heals, DP, evasion to stay in like a warrior can. You don't have 360 super armor block, so you gotta dip in, dip out. I'm talking
Better
as a
drill.
Musume. Yeah, so you gotta get in, get out, hit who you can, pop your ulti. Maybe you get 6 with one shot, but you can't stay in like a warrior. Just a fact. Um, so big place where you shine is you abuse your ability to not die and you harass. If a Musa or a Mewa doesn't want to die, they just can choose not to die. They just run away. A lot of classes like wizards, witches, not a possibility. You have ultimate TP, you double cast. Your other TP is on cooldown what, 6 seconds?
7.
7 seconds. So yeah, I mean, you're gonna die. If they chase you down, you're gonna die. Like that's just a fact. But Moose and Mewa, you can choose not to die. So big thing that you guys shine at, rebuild and scouting, um, distraction. Distraction is a big thing.
Flanking.
Flanking.
Yeah, flanking is big.
High priority targets to get there faster before everybody else. Disrupting regroups, things like that. What about Zergs?
Panda.
Resident Zerg expert.
Uh,
I think
for
still waking up.
Zerg,
Do
they're
you
a
just
bit
PC win slash fidget spinner around, or what is it?
exactly my boy, dude. It takes one to know one. All right, for a Zerker, I mean, they're honestly, in my opinion, they're a bit flexible in the melee section where
Uh-huh.
they can always go offensive, go very aggro, or they can always pull back and peel for the DPSs. They're probably one of the best like CC people, like ultis wise. For engages, they're really good. For peels in PvP, I like the way I play at least is that I trust my DPSs to do their job, because if they do their job, that means I live and more plays for me to make. That's pretty much my thought of it.
Hmm. Like, and
So,
yeah, like so. Take Zerk again. Like, kind of built on what Panda is saying is, so taking one class for example. Like, there's different way to build it. Like, so there are, in the video, like I remember, I don't know if you guys remember, you can see Dolph being in front of, um, in our, it's a Zerker in our guild. Dolph, he's a DP Zerker, and he's actually in front of our front line and just harassing the shit out of them. He will go in and either carry a person out, or he would just go in and AOE and debuff and then jump out, and then when and then our main force pushing to a degree, like it just fuck them up, blow mess up people's cooldown and shit, stuff like that. And then there's Zerkers that are, they are more like protector of the group type of deal, protect our backline, grabbing priority targets, and it really depends on what you enjoy to play. In Nowhere, there's no such thing as a shit class, and it's really that it's except Musa. Sorry, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Thank you.
kidding. Like
Thank you. Thank you.
you have, it doesn't matter. Like each class has their own use in the Nowhere. You just need to find that position, find that class that suit your play style, and then you could be useful. Like in the Nowhere, and it's never gonna be like, I'm a tamer. I'm terrible in large scale. Come on, Troll
Tamers,
Nation.
tamers are actually amazing.
I fucking love
The
tamers.
tamers,
Well,
like, and then keep in mind that fucking Troll Nation's top killer is a tamer, dude. So like, it's about what you enjoy play and how what position you want and how to build your character towards it.
Like
like
everybody looks
you.
at the witches and the DKs and the wizards, and they're like, "Oh, look at that class! It goes in, it uses an ability, maybe two, maybe three, and it kills all these people. I want to do that, right?" And then they try to do it with their class, and then they die, and then they're like, "Wow, my class sucks." Maybe that's not your role, right? Just stick
Yeah,
to your role.
yeah, and like it does sound like what AP, like, yeah, you go in and you kill a bunch of people, you get out, like or you don't get out, whatever. Like the fact that, yeah, it does seem enjoyable, but the fact that it's even comes to wizard and witches, and I'll be first to admit, in large scale, it's to a degree kind of face roll. But like when it comes to like as something that's as simple as that, as simple as that sound like, but then you're positioning your footwork and when to go in. Like actually, I just went through it with two of our wizard and Nigel. Like how to, like, when to go in. Like, it's not saying that damage on ping doesn't mean like I'm gonna double teleport right on that fucking red ping and then I'm gonna nuke. Like, no, that's not gonna work out well for you, especially when you're an AP wizard or witch. So you want to pause and keep in mind it's not about just about your cooldown, it's about your enemy cooldowns. And same thing applied, doesn't matter, it's 1v1, it's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or it could be siege. You have to think about people's cooldowns constantly. Pause for like 2 skills. So literally 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds before you double teleport into their face and try to meatball them. Here, yeah. Anything else?
Well, I think that's more about experience, right? It will
Yeah.
definitely come in.
I
The more you
mean,
play, the more you're gonna learn.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
and you only learn when
I,
you lose.
dude, you can ask Snatch, dude. I was such a fucking potato, dude. Like, I'd show up to nowhere and I go like 6 and 35 or some shit like that. And what it was is just like, I mean, like partly it's gear, right? You know, like gear can carry you a long way, but I can still farm people who have full fucking tets. And I know it's because of PvP and knowledge and like, 1v1 hero. Yeah, that's one thing too. But also just like knowing your limitations and where your class just can't fight. You just can't fight that. So when I roll up and I see 3 warriors blocking, staring at me, I fucking dash back to Heidel, dude. Like I'm not gonna fight that. I'm gonna fight another fight where I see a wizard who's, casting his cataclysm, or he's chilling, waving forward because he has nothing left, and I know, okay, I'm just gonna blast his asshole open. Or I see like a Musa out of stamina on the side. Like, sure, I'll hit him with a stub or some shit.
Let's
like
go.
you have to figure out other classes where they shine, what their limitations are, and you have to sneak in right there and make sure that you can hit them hard and maximize your damage and your time. Like what Sorks, for example, like their ultimate is just game changing, right? Like it's a vacuum. Unless you have an iframe up, you're not going to get out of that. And also does a decent amount of damage, right? Like that thing will fuck people up, dude.
Yeah, it's a shadow of what it used to be, but it's still very good.
It's yeah. I mean, the damage definitely got nerfed bad, right?
Yeah, it was night and day. Like I used to be able to
Yikes,
kill
dude.
people who are blocking with it. Now it's like, oh, people can block through it. So.
Now it's a CC. It's a CC mechanic. So I mean, you know what gravity used to do? They used to just gravity would ball up and they'd walk inside of a Sork ball like a choo choo train, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
And they
Walking
just forward
through it.
AoE through. Yeah, like
I used to
that's
do that in 1v1 just to keep people off until they want
yeah.
to go in area.
You just ball and then hide in it, dude. Because nobody's gonna walk into a Sork ball. Like, are they crazy? Like, you got to figure out where you shine, where you can push your class and have your gear or your skill take over. And some fights that just aren't worth it.
And I'll say this for the assassination classes out there, because I know it's not only like Sorks, fucking dealing with this. And I know Sork's probably like a dying class right now anyway, because DK is out, right? But if you play something like a Sword or a Ninja or Kuno or a Tamer, something that's really like single target assassin-ish heavy, right? It's really straightforward like that. Um, you know that you have the potential to one people, right? You have the potential to kill people when they get caught out. But sometimes you might take that a little too far, right? Sometimes you might tunnel vision and let that cloud your judgment. Don't overcommit. If you can get out of something, get out of that situation. It's better to live than it is to die, right? You don't want to die. Like, it's kind of similar, I guess, if anyone plays MOBA, right? Listening, if you play something like League of Legends, for example, right? You could be the guy with 10 kills, right? 10 kills, 0 deaths, but you're the only positive guy on your team, and the other team's been doing well all game because they've been farming your team, and you're the only hope, right? You can kill everybody on their team, right? But if you fuck up, it's game over, right? Well, kind of same applies in BDO. It might not be to the same grandiose extent for that one individual all the time, but your role matters a lot. And if you die, that can mean your team losing a skirmish or winning a skirmish, and then subsequently having a better position in the next fight or not having a position at all, which could ultimately turn into them being at the front of your door or you being at the front of their door. You're going to want to be a lot more conservative and more cognizant of what you do and what you commit to. It's not always the best idea to commit to something. If you can get a CC off and then get the fuck out because there's something else to be had in some other area of the map or some other area on the battlefield, do that. I find myself not overcommitting a lot of times, and a new opportunity arises where I can get like 2 or 3 kills rather than just one, and then dying.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's pretty much what we're gonna. I mean, what that's pretty much it in terms of no war positioning.
Just be honest, buddy. You want to do the video. You want to
I
do the
know.
clip
I
bit.
want to wrap this up with a funny video that actually happened today. So just to clarify, I actually didn't know what was happening until like after the effect. This is from a streamer named. Actually, I'm gonna move this real quick. Of a streamer named Dirty Randy. He's a pretty funny dude. They Steam players. Somehow, basically, I walk into jungle rotation. I think I was prepping for just before nowhere. I was prepping it, and I was like, I'm gonna grind a little bit before I head back. And I walk into a party of 5 at jungle rotation. Uh, so basically, Steam player kind of hanging out. Nothing wrong with it. Anyway, so this happened, and I didn't know. I didn't. It didn't register that it's this guy's stream until afterwards. So I accidentally stream sniped the whole guild. My bad. Anyway, here we go. I'm gonna play the clip now. I'm gonna put the sound on.
Let's go. He is literally Goku. He's Goku. I'm throwing him down.
The Mortal Tennis stuff.
Did he just call you Goku?
Yeah, he called him Goku. He's like, "What Goku?"
I can't tell who's Randy's or his.
Holy. Why you gotta be such a bully?
Dude, I think I see Karma's HP dip like a couple percentage.
Big and shiny?
They have no accuracy. They're a bunch of level 58s and 56s.
Yeah, man.
Well, to be fair, Buddy is using. Oh my god, the jail almost one-shot him, and the guy freaks out.
Wait.
Just killed 3 people at
Oh,
once.
you
man.
dueled now.
Dick.
What the fuck?
No, I didn't do well.
Yeah, I can instant res. We're in a duel.
Anyway.
Oh, did you do the little duel trick on him? Didn't even
I'm
notice they were
walking
dueling.
into a rotation. That's 5 people. I'm not gonna flag and kill 5 people alone.
He didn't notice that you were dueling him. That's all.
Like the funny thing is, I will walk in. They walk up and it's like, "Hey man, we're leaving soon." And because I saw the typing bubble popping up, right? I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna duel him right now." And there's a group of 5, right? And as he type in, he goes, "Oh shit, they're saying that they're leaving." I was like, "Oh, oops." I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Kind of no fun though." And then they saw me red, and then a warrior came up and goes, "Oh shit, now you're fucked now," you know. And then like basically he called 5 people, like basically the whole group started hitting me. So this went down, and I feel so bad. Like I remember their gal name. I saw their gal name. I was like, I swear I seen this somewhere. And then I
Ended up being
started
a
digging
streamer.
through streams, and that's what happened. And I'm so sorry. And it literally was like a friendly fun. I wasn't like I was like, hey, sorry about that. Like it was a nice trend, like guess transition into sort of group
Oh,
fight.
yeah.
There was no
Wasn't
assault,
malicious.
and then
Yeah.
they were pretty cool about it. But yeah. Anyway.
About this though, while you're on the subject of Steam players,
Mhm.
here's one thing you need to do. If a Steam player is karma bombing you guys, it's gonna happen. Doesn't matter whether they're from Steam or they're day one Eden. Like you're gonna get karma bombed, especially with the karma changes and the karma penalties. You can kill people twice, and then you're out of karma. You're at max karma.
They adjusted a little today.
This may not be considered like 100% kosher by everybody, but if they're typing to you, run up just like Bloody did, duel them, duel request, locate their horse before you do it, and immediately find their horse and kill it. One shot.
Holy
Immediately, and then that'll give you about 5 to 6 minutes of time when they have to go back to the stable and get it, and then by that time your deck should go through if they're deckable.
You're a fucking genius, dude.
It's not
Why
my-
are we teaching
dude,
people this?
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
We gotta give the people a way to fight back, dude.
Yeah, because like right now, Carbon, even not just for Steam players, but even like old players, right? Like they're getting, it's becoming like they was like, oh, why do we want to fight when we can just stay in rotation and force them to flag us and waste their karma, like and it's starting it kind of like it's our way of countering it to a degree,
It's a
but
bad
then.
precedent.
Yeah, but then I will still use it very cautiously though, because it is a very fun and fun method to be honest. But personally, when I do it, it's like when I'm walking a rotation, I want to contest, and there's like fucking 4 people doing your jungle rotation. It's like, oh my god, And then there's
PvP.
You used to have karma to be able to deal with that. You used to be
Yeah.
able to flag up, meatball all 4, and still walk out.
Yeah.
Handy dandy. But
and then
it's just not the case anymore.
And then there's another one that because like, what happened is, let's say, okay, if that's not this situation, let's say someone that is, straight up just come in and start grinding your mobs and refuse to leave, and and actually this is like I think the only two times besides I actually kill someone's horse, a pirate, is when people are doing that, walking in your rotation and start grinding over you and refuse to leave or reply or whatever, and then I flag them, kill them once. Okay, they're prolling right away and then continue grinding, right? And like that was something that it's first sign of car bombing, prolling right away and force you to fight him again. Um, so when that happens, just like, okay, you know what? Like you get them to type and fucking when they press just before they press enter, send out the word request and locate the horse. That's literally what happened. That's the only two times I actually used it besides like kill someone's horse before.
Yeah, I don't give like I'm sorry, dude. You may think I'm cancer or whatever. I don't give a damn, dude. I'll get these guys kill the mobs. I'll kill their horses, dude. You want to karma about me, dude? In my rotation?
All right. Anyway, so that will be conclude today's episode. Anything you guys want to add or shout out before we end?
I want to say good fight. It's a good fight. That was fun. Thank
Shout out to
you.
those guys, dude.
You're watching.
Yeah.
Sensei, I don't know why you're still a salty bitch about Vindictus. Hopefully it could be water under the bridge.
Oh my god.
Maybe we can ally one day. Vindictus was fun. Who else?
Hi, Mom.
Who else I want to shout out? Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Oh, Legatum. There we go. Legatum. Y'all need to stop with your nonsense.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It's all right.
y'all strong, man. Like, come on. And ITC, yeah, stop co-signing that shit. That's all I gotta say.
Damn.
That's our resident savage, such a witch, dude.
Shit, dude. Anyway, all right.
I'm Benjamin.
I'm Bloody Karma from Anger.
It's your boy Illis Panda from Lionsgate.
He's single. He's single and he owns a fidget spinner. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
A white one.
Anyway, go ahead, Snatch.
Oh yeah, it's fucking snatch your witch. If I snatch you by accident, take it personally.
Well,
I'll see you
let's
later.
talk about our roles too. By the way, like
What?
I help with a little bit of the micro. We're all like, Swiss Army knives, and I think Panda's the same way too. Our role is not necessarily clearly set in stone. Bloody's a wizard, but he's hella geared. He likes to stay in on the front lines too.
My role in Nowhere is literally, I am the cancer in your butt. That's my role.
Snatch is like, Snatch is doing the good thing, dude. Like top down view sometimes keeps me in check. Sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, like when the binoculars start zooming in too much, it's nice to have somebody to keep you in check, make sure that we're doing the right thing. Panda, what do? You do a lot of like calling on the side too, right?
I do. Well, yeah. What I do suggested macro, if I should say. Since I'm not a primary shot caller, I do shot call for defense. I am a primary shot caller for defense, but secondary for offense, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Macro is super important. That's what wins and loses in the awards, man. Anyways, thanks for having me, Billy.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Thank you for stopping by, guys.
No problem.
So next week, same time, 11:30 EST. If you like our podcast, please head to my YouTube channel, SRS Karma. And leave a comment or any suggestion in the comment section. I will be exporting this video shortly after the podcast. Anyway, thank you very much for stopping by, and hope to see you guys next week.
See you guys.
See you.